Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. So I'm going to be giving you the talking points from our 5-0 victory against RB Leipzig in the Champions League group stage. So one of the talking points was Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford came off the bench and scored a hat-trick. He's become the second Manchester United player to score a hat-trick as a substitute. And like I said on my match reaction, Marcus Rashford has really improved under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. Rashford took his goals well. You know, Rashford, is he 23 or he's nearly 23 now? He's been at Manchester United since the age of 7. And he's been in our senior squad since like 2016. So he's been in our senior squad now for over 4 years or so. I thought actually, Rashford would have started the game, but he didn't. Now, another one of the talking points was Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood started on that right-hand side, scored the first goal last night, and it was his first goal in the Champions League. And last night's game was his 59th appearance for the football club. And Mason Greenwood made some very good runs down that right channel. Prior to the Chelsea game, Ollie had defended Mason Greenwood and blasted our ex-players for criticising him, and he was saying like the English media are starting to go after him. It was Mason Greenwood's first start in like 3 games or something like that, because he didn't start the Chelsea one, but he came on. He didn't play in the PSG game, or he didn't play in the Newcastle game. I think we had a few issues with Mason Greenwood at the start of the season, didn't we? Getting dropped from the England squad a few times. He is our number 11, got confirmed at the start of the season. That would give Mason Greenwood that number 11. He's the 4th Manchester United player to wear the number 11 shirt. He broke into our senior squad last season. Now, another one of the talking points was Donny van de Beek. Donny van de Beek made his first start for Manchester United in the Champions League. And I thought he did very well. His link-up play was good. His defensive contribution was good. And his awareness in tight spaces was very good. Very surprised that Donny van de Beek started. Prior to the game, like I mentioned on my match reaction, Solskjaer was obviously talking about Donny van de Beek, and he said Donny van de Beek's going to play a big part this year. He's going to be an important player. And Solskjaer recently responded to the criticism over the use of Donny van de Beek, because I think it was Patrice Evra and Gary Neville that recently criticised it. Donny van de Beek was obviously the number 10. But he has enjoyed a fantastic start to his Manchester United career. Now, another one of the talking points was Anthony Martial. Obviously scored from the penalty spot and also got an assist in the game. I knew Anthony Martial was going to start. He's obviously not available for the game at the weekend against Arsenal. He's only got 1 game now, though, to serve in the Premier League. Martial did get sent off in our 6-1 defeat to Tottenham. Another one of the talking points was Ollie's tactical alteration. You know, I thought he tactically got it spot on. So I've got to credit Ollie for that. And I've got to say, they are the talking points from the game. Now we've played 2 games in the group stage. We have won both games, so we've registered 6 points. Beaten PSG and beaten RB Leipzig. And like I said on Match Reaction, I wasn't expecting Manchester United to win by 5-0 against RB Leipzig. Because RB Leipzig are a pretty good team. Like I said, they won the first game in the group against Istanbul Başakşehir by 2-0. Last season, they got to the Champions League semi-finals. They finished 3rd in the Bundesliga last season. And they've had a good start to this season in the Bundesliga because they've won 4 of their 5 opening games. And Julian Nagelsmann is regarded as one of the best young coaches in the world. So yeah, I've got to say, I was very, very surprised. And it's good that we've got our first home win of the season because we have been struggling at home. We've not yet won at home in the league yet this season. And it's been our worst start at Old Trafford in 50 years. So we'll be looking for our first home win in the Premier League against Arsenal on Sunday. Solskjaer did make around 5 changes, didn't he, yesterday from the 0-0 draw with Chelsea. I think now we can definitely get into knockout stages of the competition, and Ollie believes that we can go all the way in Europe. You've had Paul Scholes urging Solskjaer to sign Dayot Upamecano. We've been linked with Dayot Upamecano from RB Leipzig, and I don't think, he was good yesterday. He says we're going to activate his 38 million release clause next summer. Dayot Upamecano did sign a new deal with Leipzig to remove his 45 million release clause. Got a contract with Leipzig until 2023. But I still think, Dayot Upamecano is a very, very good centre-half, and he would go well alongside Maguire and that in our back line. But there was some very, very good performers yesterday in the game. Like I said, I was impressed with De Gea. Made 2 very, very good saves to deny Christopher Nkunku. And Konate. De Gea has rejuvenated himself, I've got to be honest with you, in the last 4 games or so. This season is David De Gea's 10th season at Man United. And I said, he will remain our number 1 this season. And Wan-Bissaka, he really, really impressed me. Didn't allow any threats down that right-hand side. Didn't give Angelino an opportunity. And Wan-Bissaka's now done well in his last 4 games. This is Wan-Bissaka's 2nd season at Manchester United, isn't it? Victor Lindelof, I was impressed with him. His passing could have been better at times in the game, but I thought defensively did very, very good. Harry Maguire, he really, really impressed me. Dangerous from set pieces. Very effective in the air. Distribution, very, very good. And made some very, very good clearances, did Harry Maguire. Obviously, Harry Maguire is our captain. Luke Shaw, like I said, showed some good attacking intent. Was good from set pieces and defensively did quite well, Luke Shaw. I think Luke Shaw's done well under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. My only element of concern about him, he is injury prone. Is Luke Shaw, isn't he? Because he had an ankle injury at the end of last season. He was injured the first part of last season, wasn't he? Fred, very, very infectious, wasn't he? Fred, on and off the ball, very, very good. Passed the ball well. Dictated the play well. So he does deserve a lot of credit. Fred is definitely undroppable at the moment. Matic, I've got to say, I was pretty impressed with him. His hold-up play was pretty good. Controlled the tempo well. And I said Matic has improved. Obviously, he has lost his place in the team. I think it was Matic's first start, wasn't it, since the 6-1 drumming against Tottenham. Matic had some good games though towards the end of last season. Like I said, Paul Pogba, his work on and off the ball was pretty good. Got the assist for Mason Greenwood's opener. And he looked pretty good on that left-hand side. Donny van de Beek impressed me. Greenwood impressed me. Rashford was very good when he came on. Bruno impressed me when he came on. Edison Cavani, I think he scored when he came on, but he got ruled out for offside. Cavani made an impact when he came on. That was Cavani's second appearance for the football club. Tom Way, he was quite impressive when he came on in the game. So yeah, very, very happy. We have had quite a few big wins though under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. We had that 5-0 win yesterday night against Leipzig. We had the 6-0 win against Tranmere last season in the Cup. We had the 5-1 win against Cardiff. That was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first game, wasn't it, as Manchester United manager. I think then we have the 4-1 win against Newcastle last season. We had the 5-0 win against Bruges. That was another big win, was that last season as well. I think there's a few others as well. We had the 4-0 win against Chelsea on the opening day of last season. So yeah, and probably some others that I obviously haven't mentioned. But I think our record against the top 6 sides, has been very, very impressive since Ole got appointed in. Last season, Ole beat Pep Guardiola 3 times. He beaten Frank Lampard 3 times. He's already beaten Jose Mourinho once as a manager. And you'll have a lot of United fans now saying that Ole is the right man for Manchester United. And I want him to succeed as Manchester United manager. I really, really do. Reflecting how long he's been at the football club, Ole, he has gained managerial experience. Ole has been at Man United now for almost 2 years. And he's got a contract with us until 2022. We appointed him in December 2018 to replace Mourinho, and he's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. And obviously, reflect on this win, a lot of pressure, would have eased off him. The positive is as well, we are unbeaten in our last 4 games. I was disappointed that we didn't beat Chelsea because actually we should have beaten Chelsea. But a few weeks ago, don't forget, he was under serious pressure. Obviously, there was talks of Mauricio Pochettino coming in. It obviously, said that we was looking at Massimiliano Allegri as an alternative to him. But Ole does deserve more time. He really, really does. I've criticised Ole when he deserves to be criticised, but I've also credited him when he deserves to be credited. And obviously, I credited him from yesterday's game. A big game on Sunday against Arsenal at Old Trafford. This will be a tough game against Arsenal because, like I've mentioned, Arsenal look a better team under Mikel Arteta. Obviously, they made a few signings in the summer transfer window. They got Willian on the free. They got Gabriel Magalhaes and they got Thomas Partey. Arteta also brought in Pablo Mari and Cedric Soares. Obviously, when Emre was their manager, he made good signings. Emre obviously wasn't good enough for Arsenal, but he obviously brought Tierney in, he brought David Luiz in, William Saliba, Dani Ceballos and Nicolas Pepe. I think they've still got a couple of players there from the Wenger era. I think Aubameyang's probably one of Arsenal's best players. They've got Lacazette. You know, they complement each other very, very well in Arsenal's team. Arsenal have still got Ozil, he's aging up. They've got Xhaka, they've got Guendouzi. So they have got good players. Got a few good young players as well of Arsenal. I think they've got a few injuries for the game at the weekend. I think Rob Holding's out, Callum Chambers is out, is David Luiz out, Gabriel Martinelli, is Pablo Mari also out with injury. Arsenal have played 6 games in the league this season. They've won 3 and they've lost 3. The teams they'd beaten was Fulham, West Ham and was it Sheffield United, and lost to Leicester. They recently lost to Leicester. They lost to City. And they also lost to Liverpool, did Arsenal. But don't forget, Arsenal are the most successful team in the FA Cup because they've won around 14 now, haven't they? I mentioned, didn't I? Arsenal have let a lot of good players go. They let the likes of Nasri go, Wilshere, Aaron Ramsey, Robin Van Persie, Alexis Sanchez. Olivier Giroud. Let a lot of good players go. But Man United and Arsenal always used to be a good game. When we had obviously Sir Alex Ferguson and obviously, when they had Arsene Wenger, Ferguson endured 27 years with us, longest serving manager in English football. And Wenger endured 22 years or so with Arsenal, second longest serving manager he was in English football. So I am really, really looking forward to the game. After Arsenal, it's Istanbul Başakşehir. That's our other opponent in the group stage. Then obviously it's Everton. Alex Telles, like I mentioned on my match reaction, he wasn't available yesterday night because he got tested positive for COVID-19. If he hadn't been tested positive for COVID-19, probably would have been involved in the game. I was impressed with Telles against PSG. That was his debut for the club, and I think he's going to be a good signing, and we expect to see a lot more from him. We really, really do. But so far in the league this season, we've played 5 games, won 2, lost 2 and drawn 1, haven't we? I've also got to say our away form has been very good. We haven't lost any away game in any competition since January, have we? Ole has spent over £200 million since he became Manchester United manager. He's brought around 10 senior players in because in the summer of 2019 he brought Daniel James, Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. In January he brought Bruno Fernandes and Odion Ighalo in on loan. And in the summer transfer window this year he brought Donny van de Beek in, Alex Telles, Edison Cavani, Facundo Pellistri, and he brought Amad Traore in. But Amad Traore is going to be joining the football club in January, isn't he? So he's enjoyed 4 transfer windows at the club as Ole. Like I mentioned, in the summer transfer window wasn't backed enough. I don't think any of the managers have been backed enough that we've had since Ferguson retired. And Solskjaer revealed quite a few times during the summer transfer window that he was very infuriated with the board, wasn't he? We missed out on all of our priority targets in the summer transfer window, and we missed out on a lot of targets in general, didn't we? If this good vein of form continues, then Ole, will remain in the job, like I've mentioned. But he needs more backing in January if he's obviously still Man United manager. Depends on how we perform from now till January, doesn't it, whether he's Man United manager or not. But next year, we'll look to make a couple of more signings. Like I said, next summer we're going to try and get Upamecano. Adama Traore from Wolves. I updated you on him yesterday. It says Man United are considering making a swoop for him in January. Salcio Mercato said Wolves will demand around £90 million for him. He can play as a winger and a wing-back. But Man United do need a winger. We really, really do. Wolves paid around 18 million for Adama Traore. He has got a contract with Wolves until 2023. Before he was at Wolves, he was at Middlesbrough, played for Villa and also played for Barcelona when he was younger. We'll offload more players next year as well, because obviously there's still deadwood in the squad. Obviously, we'll be looking to offload Lingard, Rojo, Jones, Romero. Romero's obviously said, he wants his contract terminated. Romero's obviously now our third choice goalkeeper, isn't he? I'm surprised we didn't offload them in the summer transfer window. Daniel James, think he'll be loaned out next year. I'm glad that I didn't start yesterday, Daniel James. Shouldn't have started in the Chelsea game, really, should he, Daniel James, but he did. Brandon Williams, now, he could be loaned out next year, to be honest with you, because now Tellez is at the club, he's going to find game time hard. Everyone thought, he could have played yesterday because obviously Alex Tellez wasn't available. The start of the season, we give Brandon Williams that number 33 shirt, didn't we? He's the first Man United player to wear number 33 since Paddy McNair. But maybe it would be the right decision to put him out on loan so Brandon Williams can obviously get more experience behind him. He played a lot of games last season though in the first team and did very, very well, didn't he, Brandon Williams? Matic, he played yesterday, but he has lost his place in the team, you've got to be honest. Juan Mata, could he be sold next year? Juan Mata obviously doesn't get a lot of opportunities now. I think in the games he's played in this season, he's been very, very impressive though. He did well in both the Carabao Cup games against Luton and Brighton. Did well in the Newcastle one. The other week, Juan Mata rejected an 18 million a year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. Mata's enjoyed around 6 years or so at the football club, hasn't he? Odin Igalo, I think he'll leave when his loan expires in January. Obviously, he doesn't get in the team now. We brought him in on deadline day in January, but we brought him in at the time to obviously get that covered up to Marcus Rashford. Because at the time we brought Igalo when Rashford was out with that back injury, wasn't he? But Igalo was our top goal scorer in the FA Cup last season. And it was just after the first lockdown we extended his loan until January 2021. But yeah, we have seen a lot of players depart the football club since Ollie came in. We obviously saw Smalling depart. We saw Delors depart. He went out on loan to AC Milan. Did Delors. Andres Pereira, he went on a one-season loan with Lazio, didn't he? Saw Angel Gomez leave the club. Tahith Chonny went out on loan to Werder Bremen. Dylan Levitt, didn't he also go out on loan? Didn't we loan Joe Pratt again for another season? Seen the likes of Lukaku, Herrera leave the club. Probably made a mistake by getting rid of them two. Sanchez left permanently. Darmian left the club. Valencia left the club. Young left the club. Fellaini left in January 2019. So yeah, we have seen a lot of players depart Manchester United. But I credit Ollie for what he did last season. Last season was his first full season at the club. He got us qualification for the Champions League. Also got us third. And he guided us to 3 semi-finals. I also like the way that Ollie has promoted the youth. If Manchester United can get a top 4 finish this season, And if we can win a trophy, I think that would represent a good season for Manchester United, and that means Ollie would remain in the job, wouldn't it? Don't forget, Ollie is inheriting a squad that is worth £700 million. This is disregarding obviously who he's brought in, because there's still a lot of players here from the Jose Mourinho where he's inheriting. There's still a few players here from the Van Gaal era. Still one player here from the Moyes era, and I think there's only a couple of players here now from the Sir Alex Ferguson era. So you've got to put that into the equation. I still think Man United are at least a few years off from winning the title. That's my belief. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013, so last time won it was in Ferguson's last season. We are good enough to definitely finish in the top 4. We've only won 4 trophies since Ferguson left, and that was the FA Cup under Van Gaal, the Europa League, the League Cup and the Community Shield under Mourinho. That came in Mourinho's first season. We've had different managers with different philosophies in the last 7 years or so. We've seen Moyes sacked, Van Gaal sacked, and Jose Mourinho sacked. But like I said to you, I'm hoping Ollie does well. But I don't think any manager at Man United or any manager in general will replicate Sir Alex Ferguson's legacy. I've said that so many times on my videos. But look at Ferguson, didn't settle in straight away because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at the club. But Ferguson won a total of 38 major honours, including 13 Premier League titles. So it was good what he went and accomplished after he didn't win out in his first 4 years. But we have got a pretty good squad, haven't we? We just need to make a couple of more signings. That's all we need to do. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.